Americans for whom a dog or a cat or a hamster simply doesn't cut it when it comes to having a pet. Their tastes run to the more exotic, like lions and tigers, and the business of supplying such exotic animals has become a multi-billion-dollar industry. But what's making money for some could be putting you or your family in danger. Matt Mahar went undercover to document the booming business in exotic pets.
It's unlikely you've ever seen anything quite like this. We took our hidden cameras into an exotic animal auction being held in a giant barn on a remote farm about 80 miles southwest of Cleveland.
Black leopard and a good one.
They're going on all across the country, and this one is perfectly legal. Hundreds of people bidding on an array of animals so exotic, you would think you'd have to go to a foreign country or a zoo to see them. An 18-foot python. Look at the size of it. A kangaroo, a two-toed sloth, and this frisky bobcat.
Oh, isn't that a cute little thing? Goodness gracious.
The bidding on this baby cougar started at $500.
500.
These baby black leopards are cute and cuddly now, but in a couple of years, they'll look like this and eat up to 10 pounds of meat every day. We watched as this woman auctioned them off for $1,200 apiece. Many of the people buying these exotic animals will try to breed them or even keep them as pets. Exotic animals like these can and do show up in people's backyards, even in this upscale suburban New York neighborhood.
Come here, Paul. You can train them, but you can't tame them.
For 4 years, look what Larry Wallach kept in his backyard. A 400-pound Bengal tiger. It's like playing Russian roulette.
No, I don't agree with that. I totally don't agree.
You have to admit that there's a good chance that any time you went in there, that tiger could attack you.
There's a chance. Good or bad, there's a chance.
Jayton Tidwell of Arkansas learned at an early age how dangerous tigers can be.
The tiger bit me.
While visiting relatives in March of 2000, Jayton went to pet a 400-pound tiger, similar to this one, that was being kept as a pet in the backyard of this house. The tiger nearly ripped the boy's arm off. He was rushed to a Houston hospital, and after multiple surgeries, the arm was reattached.
That's when the tiger pulled my arm in.
In my view, there should be no private ownership of exotic animals, period.
Dr. Rick Villafana was horrified when he found out his ex-wife and her new husband bought 2 tigers similar to these to live in the same house as his daughter Lauren. One evening, his worst fears came true.
The male tiger pounced, and reportedly he pounced over her stepfather onto Lawrence. With the first pounce, the animal snapped her neck.
Lauren was killed instantly. She was just 10 years old.
I don't want any more parents to have to feel what I've felt for the last 5 years.
It's a big problem all the way across the country.
Tim Harrison is a cop in Oakwood, Ohio. Officials from all over the Midwest call him when an exotic pet either escapes or attacks. He captured alligators let loose in a pond, a pet bobcat roaming the streets of Dayton, Ohio, and even a poisonous viper snake that got loose.
Check those fangs out, guys.
2 boys were found playing with it in a garage. It could have killed them.
We had 2 deaths here in this area within 13 months. We've had numerous bites, numerous injuries from exotic pets. We've had one gentleman lose his finger from a cobra and almost die here recently. Same area right here. We don't need this.
It was Tim Harrison who told us about the exotic animal auction in Ohio. Remember the woman selling leopards? It turns out she works for a commercial zoo called Rivendell near Akron, Ohio. The zoo's website warns people about the dangers of buying exotic animals, but they actually breed some of them and sell them to the highest bidder. We scheduled an interview with the owner of the zoo, but it was abruptly canceled. Jim, could we talk to you for a moment, please? The owner's daughter later met us on the street.
Because you're actually adding to the problem of exotic animals, aren't you?
Yeah, I understand your
Because
feelings
you breed
that.
and you sell pets.
I
But
understand.
your website deceives people. You lead people on your website to believe that you're helping to eliminate the problem, when in fact, you're soliciting money and you're contributing to the problem.
I understand your feelings behind that, and
Is that not true?
that's why we would have preferred to sit down and have a one-on-one with you.
Well, let's do that.
But we declined. Thank you.
But so what happens when people realize that cute little cat they bought is getting too big? They often turn them loose, or turn to people like Carol Asbestos, who runs an animal sanctuary near San Antonio, Texas.
How many calls do you get a week to take animals like this?
I'd average about, we get about 4 calls a day.
4 calls a day for animals
From
like
all
these?
over the United States, yeah.
Saying, please take this animal off my hands.
Can't keep it, please take it. If you don't take it, we're going to have it killed.
Since his daughter's death, Rick Villafana has been pushing for new laws that would limit the ownership of dangerous exotic pets.
I want to see things change. I don't want any more children to die.
1 year ago, a federal law was passed prohibiting the interstate sale of big cats as pets, like lions and tigers, meaning if you buy one, you got to keep it in the state where you purchased it.